Welcome to Penny for a Tale. My name is Mitchell, and you have the amazing opportunity to check us out on our third episode of Age Ashes, a Pathfinder2e experience and story. But let's chat with some of our special guests here tonight. Alex, why don't you introduce yourself?
Hey, I'm Alex. I am back at Penny for a Tale to play our third installment of Age of Ashes, and I'm super excited. You can check me out here for our cult game every other Monday, and starting in March, my Star Wars game.
Oh yeah. How about MeLeah?
Hi, my name is MeLeah. I show up here a lot, particularly now on Sundays. Yeah, I do art sometimes. Maybe I'll drop that when I actually start doing more things.
Awesome sauce. All right, Daniel.
Hi, my name is Daniel. I play Sailix in the game we're playing tonight, and I have nothing important to plug, so I'm just going to pick up my finger with this knife.
Well spoken. Mr. Smith?
Hello, I'm Mr. Smith. I'm playing Rune Ravenswood in this third installment. Very excited to be here. Hope everyone's enjoying themselves this evening. Cheers.
And Ian.
Hi, I'm Ian. You can, if you like this and you've seen this, it happens every single Sunday, no fail, probably. You can also see me, MeLeah, Mitchell, and Alex on alternating Mondays, if you've seen our cult stream. Other than that, this is like my child, and I absolutely adore Pathfinder 2nd Edition. So make sure to tune in every Sunday at this time, because we always have something like super fun happening. Quick note, we have actually 3 sponsorships for this stream. First one is Fantasy Grounds. Go to fantasygrounds.com if you want more information, but I have details about everything that we use in Fantasy Grounds. I'll give more information at the end of the stream. Also, shout out to the Only Sheet. You can go to theonlysheet.com. They have an excellent Pathfinder 2nd Edition sheet. It's great for automation, and it seems perfectly up to date. So definitely check them out. And then Michael Gelfi on YouTube has given us permission to use his ambient tracks. So thank you, Michael. And I'm looking forward to this session.
Awesome stuff.
Are we ready?
Yeah, I think we're ready to hop in.
Okay.
I've got my swords and weapons.
So what do you guys remember from when we left off? Pop quiz.
We're storming a citadel keep.
I have 1 hit point. That is what I remember.
Yes, that's accurate.
Oh, yes.
Let me see if I can remember some of the more broad strokes. So we had discovered that I cannot remember the name of the goblin woman, the councilwoman.
Yes, that'll be Warbal Bumble Brasher.
Warbal was looking for Rune, however, not finding him. She ended up going back to the citadel in the hopes of attempting to provide some support to the people there. For the reason escapes me. We, on the flip side, had learned that there was a bit of an issue in terms of a halfling attempting to disguise themselves or frame our very own halflings party member, whose name also escapes me. Wow, I'm bad with names tonight.
Monica.
Yeah, that one. Thanks, everybody. But yeah, we had found out that someone was attempting to frame them, and so we had made this immediate assumption that Warbal was in danger, and so we booked it to the Citadel, and that's where we left off.
Yes.
I think the takeaway is I have 1 hit point.
Yes.
Yeah,
not to metagame, but yes. You are as close to death as you can be.
Yes.
This is gonna be great for you, Mitchell.
Yes.
Yeah.
1 unit of suffering. Will
The night Moth dies.
I think tonight's the night where his smaller form extends into someone else's and uses him like a puppet.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. Great.
I guess that's another option.
Because everyone wins that way.
I'm
Are you
gonna
sure
need the
about that?
director to stand next to Moth, alright?
No, let's not.
All right. So yeah, last we left off, we're gonna say our friend Monica Freerunner traded places with Chavi. They met halfway on the way over. She convinced Monica to head back because, well, I guess for the most part, she's sort of accidentally the face of the Unforgotten, meaning she has the highest reputation as the person who sprung to action and saved people, even if she entirely didn't want that to be the case. That's how people view her. So
Hey, well, hold on. I vividly remember Moth reaping one soul that was going to some unknown place.
yeah, eating souls just isn't the act of heroes.
We don't know where it's going. It could have been going to hell, so I prevented something.
Yeah.
It's not good for the brand.
I actually had forgotten that we were called the Unforgotten.
Oh.
See, and then
Did you
that's
forget?
even more meaning behind the name,
Yeah.
lest anybody forget the Unforgotten.
I would like to join a different group, please.
No.
Moth only commits good deeds by sheer accident, as is just the state of entropy. Yeah, so at the same time as Chavi catches up with what happened in the story through the letter that Monica left and speaking with her briefly, also speaking to Wilford, Lavendil, Sailix's brother, Chavi heads back. The same time you hear Warbal Bumblebrasher let out this shriek from the other side of these double doors. Do you guys have a marching order? Do you want to open the doors? Do you want to examine the doors?
I'll
Yeah,
open it.
examine the doors.
Okay, that will put you in the front of marching order.
I'll be number 2.
No, don't do that.
Go ahead and give me a perception check.
Oh, perception.
What is that?
As soon as I can figure out how to do it. It's a big negative there.
I think this image should pop up now. You guys
Yeah,
see
it
the
popped
citadel?
up.
All right, we're at the front steps. Yeah, just a couple of doors, some scratches on it. It's been opened and shut. That's what doors are. I mean, what is a door other than a wall that has been opened and shut?
Sailix will look back like, well, someone's been through here recently.
Aren't you people always coming and going
So
from
you
different places?
also hear somebody screaming on the other side of it. So
Oh boy, it looks like
let
we're
that be
needed.
part of the empirical evidence to support that.
Yeah, with his weapons drawn,
Okay.
Sailix would go in. Like,
All right. So let's do initiative for everybody.
yay, everybody, you're welcome.
Why'd you do it?
That's okay. It's fine. Whatever. We got this.
Immediately, I'm going to meat shield behind.
All right. For every,
Oh.
let's do some.
Damn.
Yeah.
Why? No, this is fine.
Aha, just like in real life, I see nothing.
All right. You guys aren't actually in grass. You're in that interstitial area at the top of the stairs. The landing there, it's flat stone, and then you have ornate walls. Not anything in the way of actual defenses, but it's made to look pretty, and it's made to be a place where people would lounge about outside. But just keep that in mind. Everything outside of it, though, is difficult terrain surrounding the citadel, with shrubberies and ruins. So it's not. It's looking kind of rough, but you guys do see Warbal as Sailix. You can open one of the doors or both.
Both. Yeah, he's just gonna
Alright.
push him.
Pull out. You see Warbal. You also see 3 goblin dogs, one of which appears to have dragged Warbal to the back of this darkly lit room. You can't even make out much of what it is at all, but to give you some visibility, I think top of the initiative order is the director. Let me show you where these dogs are, though. Is there anything that you want to do?
Yeah. Do you have the map or the grid up yet?
Oh, you guys don't have that? Let's see. Share sheet. Whoops. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Not yet. My liege.
Is it open?
Yeah.
Yes.
Eat.
Up, okay. Alright, so
As
I
part of your
will-
initiative, Chavi, you have dismounted from your horse.
Okay.
Alright, so the doors are open, correct?
Yes, Sailix has opened both of them.
Okay, I am going to cast. I'm going to cast Bless, which has a 5-foot radius. So that would affect anybody within this 5-foot radius of me, I believe. So,
Is that
Yay!
of Moth and Sailix?
yeah. And if Chavi
Alright.
will ever get.
You're giving me holy power?
Wait, 5 feet?
It is. The thing is, I think that I have to stay with them. That's the only thing. It's a 5-foot emanation, and yeah. You and your allies in the area gain a +1 status bonus to attack rolls. So, like, I think I just have to stay with them. That's the, if I'm reading that spell right.
Yeah, it's like an aura.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that is what I am going to. However, yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. Okay.
All right. Yep, that's totally fine.
All right, I'll roll that. Just, I don't know if I really need to. Like,
No, you'll be fine. You don't need to do
Okay.
that. And are you going to move at all? If that's
I
where
am
you
going
want
to
stop.
move. I want to stay with the I essentially need to stay close to the people who are going to go in. So I'm going to move next to Sailix.
Well, consider that everything happens pseudo concurrently. So if you move into the building, knowing that your companions will also move into the building is the same as you running alongside them.
Okay, I choose to do that.
Okay. So just pick where you want to end up, assuming that they might follow with you.
That's where I am. I think that's my move. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds a good.
Okay.
A safe, cautious stride. And Rune, what would you like to do? Let me read-
Oh, Rune, what is he gonna do? Yeah. Am I able to see? Am I able to see? Oh no, I need to get to the doors. Okay.
Yeah, the doors are open, so your line of sight is good, but not great.
Rune will be casting a telekinetic projectile at one of the dogs. If Smith's brain could remember how to target.
Yes, so if you open...
There we go. I got it.
You also get +1 status bonus for the bless if you're in
Let
the
me apply
5-foot
that real
radius.
quick.
I think that should already be added in.
Okay.
I did a drag and drop. All right, let me just... Let me make these 3 visible here. So, and which one are you targeting with the projectile?
It looks like Rune's targeting medium animal 1, whichever one that is.
Right. So we'll just... That is a miss for 11.
that's all he's got.
All right. Let's go to Sailix.
All right. I would move up to here, and I would cast Acid Splash on the one medium animal number 1.
All right.
Remember I do this.
So you would. Yes,
All right.
perfect.
All right, cool.
22 is a hit, so go ahead and roll that damage dice on the spell.
All
Should
right.
look like a little die.
The little die or the oh, there it is. I found it. Yeah. Why does it keep coming up? Did it do it? No.
Sorry about that. I will the client view is synced. Yes, 1, and it is wounded.
Woo! What?
All right, and Chavi,
Hello.
you have to play catch up, but what would you like to do?
Okay. Each action I can move my speed, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna move over here, and then I'm gonna raise my shield as my last one,
All right.
and then that's where I'm at.
Excellent. Good. Oh, and you're in range of the bless.
Heck yeah.
So this first dog immediately frustrated by the sound and the sunlight coming in from this room. Actually, you could tell it looked like it had been dark in here for quite a while. Will spring forward and try to make an imprecise attempt at Sailix's neck.
Oof,
Being so small, perhaps it's not.
my neck.
Well, we'll just see, because it seems to hit. And that'd be 6 damage.
Ah.
Actually, this dog latched on pretty good. Not necessarily jugular, but yeah, you can feel the blood coming down. The second dog is going to continue to attack Warbal here. You can hear the snapping of a joint or bone as she wallows in pain. Clock is ticking on that one, guys. And it's a good thing you raised your shield, Chavi, because this dog is going directly towards you for a pounce. Also, I'm going to need a fortitude save from you, Sailix. As well as one from you, Chavi. Because a 29 will hit.
Why would you do that?
Sure.
Right? That's what I'm asking.
I
Shit.
thought we were friends.
15 damage.
No.
26 on my fort save.
26 is a good one. You are currently at 4 health at that critical.
I just came back. Why do you do these to me?
These dice just be falling. All right, so that's. I'm not going to tell you the result, but I think you understand an 11 is probably not super good. You do have a hero point. So if you want to open up your character sheet, set your hero points to 0.
Yeah.
Give it another shot, lest you risk whatever this thing smells like getting into your bloodstream.
Yeah, I'm doing it. Here we go. Mother.
R.I.P.
Well, it was a good 3 sessions, guys.
It's all right. It's all right. Moth. So the
Hi.
situation's getting sour.
For someone. 10, 15, 20. Moth will take 1 action to move over here. He crawls forward. Will point at this little rat and cast Divine Lance, sending out a demonic-looking scythe with teeth at this thing.
All right, roll damage.
Yeah. I'll. 8 damage.
At number, okay, oh yeah, let me just drag that over to the first one. Excellent, you managed to cut into this thing pretty good. Probably split a couple of ribs as this scythe whips between Chavi and Sailix. Guts this thing and it falls on the ground. It's still up, however, but who knows, you might have just saved Salix's life here.
Yeah, I look to Rune and I say, now that's how you split an omelet.
How are you the darkest character and the lightest character at the same time?
Dark and light become one.
We won't know. And now the director. You're muted.
That's horrible. So the light, or there's no, it's dark from behind where Bramble Thrasher and the other dog are, right? We can't see past her, right?
That you can. There is a wall. They're
Okay.
behind a wall.
Okay.
There are two doors.
Okay.
Bumble Brasher has a goblin dog gnawing at her knee, and she's crawling back in a panic. You'll understand now that the severity of this situation, she would not have survived if you had not stepped in.
Okay.
But you don't know how many of you will survive in this scenario, so it's time to be decisive.
Okay. I'm going to cast Daze on so the dog that was attacking Sailix has let go, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to cast Daze on the one that's going for Chavi.
Okay, great. Yeah, Chavi is looking pretty bad, actually. These things can be underestimated.
Okay. And which animal is that? Because I'll target that one.
That's medium animal 3.
Okay.
And you can use the one on the map. They're linked.
Okay.
So anything you would target in the combat tracker, you can target the... Yes, so...
Hold on. I might have...
I think that warrants a will save, correct?
It does.
Okay. But
Oh,
yeah, I think there's a die for the...
yeah.
I'll just roll a will save.
Here.
Do you know what the DC is? Oh, never mind. Okay, you've got
Yeah,
it.
I got it.
The DC is 17 and it's saved. So it
Ah,
is not dazed.
that asshole. All
Despite
right.
your attempt. Yeah, that was 2 actions. I think you have one
Yeah,
more.
I do have one more. I'm going to. I'm going to continue to stay with the group. Let me. Is there an? I can't remember. Is there a specific defend action? I don't think there is.
Check.
Defense? No, I think they took out full defense.
Okay. I will.
Defend it with your face.
I have no further action I need to do. Let me see. Where am I? Okay. I will move right here. I'll do a move action right there. Be a little bold. I'm about to get gomped.
Okay. All right. That's good. That's pretty brave for you, I would say. And Rune, it's your turn.
Rune, is the bless still active or no?
It is.
The bless is active.
It's 1 minute. Is the?
How would you
Oh,
describe
good.
that? Is that a can you see the aura of bless?
I don't know.
I'd
It
say
doesn't.
yes.
Hey,
It's
we'll
up to
say.
you.
Yeah. We'll say that you, those who are afflicted with bless, feel that there is some sort of unseen energy that is pushing you to do something possibly that would be really good on paper.
The whisper
This is
in my
going to
head.
sound really good later. So
Yeah.
that
Good.
Also, it's not with us though, because you're over here, right?
It is not with you two, no.
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 Right here, yeah.
Oh, bless is not affecting us.
I think it's a 5-foot radius. Which
It
is
does.
surprising.
It has a 5-foot radius, so it's
Oh,
you're not.
okay. All right.
Sorry.
Let me turn this off over here. All right. Rune will take a staff and cut into the ground, causing the dirt and rubble in front of him to get knocked into the air as he once again casts telekinetic projectile, throwing it at medium animal 2, who's attacking Warbal.
Okay, great.
Probably with no luck.
Yep, that is a miss.
These rolls.
That one moves in, but it's dark. You can't see very well, and the spell sort of glitches out, if you will, and diverts in a random direction. You can hear this weird crash, like a pile of thin metal plates or something, maybe armor, maybe weapons, maybe jewelry, crashes to the floor nearby. Sounds like almost like it's a workshop or something. There's a bunch of clutter in here, ready to fall.
And curses under his breath.
I think you have a movement as well. If you would like to use it.
Nah, ending my turn.
Okay, and Sailix.
Oh god. Yeah, I have my sword out, so I'm going to spend my turn swinging at this dude in front of me first.
That's a hit. Roll damage.
Alright, damage.
You just drag it onto that thing. Excellent. Describe what you do as it falls to the ground.
Yeah, so as it falls to the ground, I guess Sailix will just kind of like lean forward, and as he's like coming down, like leaning forward, he'll just slash at it with like an upward slash, because looks like his hands were at his side after being bit in the neck. Does it still have, like, it's still alive though?
If you count twitching as being alive, it is still alive, but functionally it's dead.
Oh, okay.
It is
Yeah,
dead.
so, let's see, what else can I do?
Chavi is not doing well.
I'm doing
Neither
worse.
is Warbal. Warbal's also losing the fight here. The
But the
difference is
takeaway, and I want to emphasize, is that I have 1 hit point.
Greatest travesty out of all of this.
Yeah, so
I'm gonna try to hit the medium animal too, that's on Warbal,
Yep.
with electric arc.
Ooh, like that. Throw it.
Did I do it right?
The save is a DC 13 on that cantrip, and it saves.
Oh, okay. Womp womp. That's with a shot.
Yep.
That was my turn.
All right, Chavi.
Hi, it's me. So, I'm gonna cast some lay on hands on myself real quick.
It's probably for the best, really.
That is not what I meant to move it towards. Very cool, very nice. I'm gonna use one of my attacks to try and hit this boyo. Quick.
Okay. Are you laying on your own hands?
I laid on my own hands.
Okay.
I miss, and I'm gonna just raise my shield.
Okay.
That is my whole turn.
Excellent. Well, time for some pain.
How
The
about
one
you
dog
don't?
can't seem to get back up. The second goblin dog graduates from the knee and moves up the body of Warbal in an attempt to snap at the neck. These things are destined to do, it seems. And then the third one is going to make an attack at you, Chavi.
Oh, I didn't update that I healed at all, just so you're aware.
Oh,
I'd be at 10
you can,
hit points.
Yeah, so that number 6 right there, you can drag it onto your character, I believe, over
I did.
over current. Oh, really?
Yeah.
It might just be a GM thing. Never mind.
Wait, went up now. We're good.
Yeah, I just did it. All right, dog is going to make.
How about you just decide to take a break this round? That'd be pretty neat.
Jaw attack at you, Chavi.
No.
It's barely a miss. I believe it catches your shield. Maybe not even quite. You have no problem with it today. And Moth, it's your turn.
Yay, Mothman.
You have a hit point in one
was gonna
hand
say-
and a hero point in another.
How much HP do you have?
I throw a scythe at it.
All right. The first one?
Yeah,
No, you would want to do the third or the second.
I did the first.
The first one is dead.
Oh. Yeah, then the second one. So 6 damage on the second one.
6 damage on the. So are you talking about the one near Chavi or the one near Warbal? I think you can only see the one near Warbal.
Yeah, I'll do Warball.
All right.
I would have to move here.
6 damage on the second one. Okay. Great.
I look back at Rune and I say, "You should do like I do, mate. Just straight, right in between the eyes."
You actually stabbed it in the hammies on the legs, but you're doing well.
That's
Almost
the
lost
eyes
its tail.
in some cultures.
It's just not true.
Wow.
That's just a lie.
You learn things you don't want to every day. And the director, it's your turn.
All right. So I can clearly see that Bramble Thrasher is getting thrashed by the dog, correct?
Yes.
All right. I'm going to telekinetic projectile something to get to throw at the dog.
All right, take a perception check.
Sure.
It's a little difficult to find stuff, maybe.
I think chat should give a sub to make it a SMG.
All right. So
Today is the
director,
day. Yes.
you happen to notice loose pieces of rusted armor spikes that rested. They're mostly decorative. It's the order of the nail. They look like nails in the armor. As Rune's failed projectile shook the armor racks loose, that you're now seeing armor racks near chests. All of these metal shrapnel bits, you can use that as a projectile if you would like.
I would indeed like to do that. All right, so I'm gonna do that. Oh, where it was giveth, it was taken away.
All right, you have anything else?
So that took 2 actions. Can I try and strike the dog that's next to me that's attacking Chavi?
You have a weapon out?
I don't have one out. I have one, but I did not take it out. So I guess that would be.
Yeah, that'd be a good idea. To just have.
Yep, I'll take out my one dagger.
All right.
Oh man, that sucked.
It's okay.
So for no one who saw that, I
I
rolled a
will
20,
lose
Some,
And
you lose
Rune,
some.
it's your turn.
and then I got a 1.
Rune, watching the mist strike from the director, will attempt to grab the same projectile and wing it at the dog again.
Brilliant idea.
Great idea.
Ooh, that's a hit. Roll damage.
Spicy.
Finally.
And
I'm
you're
gonna-
hitting.
I'm going to write and say that this was mine. I did this one. This was mine.
heavily wounded.
Fake news.
You've done a great job, Rune. Warbal will escape, actually, at that. The dog is still alive and in hot pursuit, but Warbal's backing up now. Yeah, and you saved her from a probably certain death in there. Go ahead and gain a hero point for shaking that dog loose. And I think with that movement, that would be your turn.
That is correct.
So Sailix.
Oh, so the dog is still alive and it's trying to go after her still?
Yes.
Alright. There, and I will lash at it with my sword.
Okay.
Boom.
That's a hit. It dies. How do you do it?
So you'd say like just running towards it and like he'll do some flashy shit, like he'll slide and like cut it in half, sliding towards it. But yeah, and then I guess he'll try to make sure, or head towards Warbal to make sure she's okay.
2. Okay, great. So 1 movement, 1 attack. Now you're up there already picking Warbal back up. Chavi.
That's me. I want to stab this doggo.
Okay.
Ooh.
All right. I think that's a fumble.
Yeah, it's a critical miss. I rolled 2.
Oh.
All right.
I'm bad at games.
That look you gave the camera, I'm gonna screen grab that later.
Let's see. And what type of weapon is that?
We need.
A rapier.
So that's piercing. That's melee.
Yes.
Everything's okay.
So your rapier broke on
Oh.
that on the job.
Okay.
It scrapes. It was a jab that turned into a scraping along the floor. It catches between 2 hewn stones.
But you didn't need that, right?
My mom gave that to me. I'm pissed.
It's bent, not broken.
Man.
You could always get another mom.
It
So what else would you like to do?
it takes an action to draw another weapon, right?
Yes.
I'm gonna whip out another dagger. How is this medium anal 3 looking health wise?
Looking, it has not been hit
Fuck.
by any of you.
Very cool, very nice. I'm gonna have that dagger out and I'm just gonna raise my fucking shield again. I'm having a bad day. That's my turn.
All right. Right.
R.I.P. Chavi.
Well, now it's on you. Because it's just still not over what you did.
I just break my own sword.
Going to do an attack. 23 does hit. So make a fortitude save for me.
Damn, I thought you were my friend.
And you're looking at 5 piercing damage. This thing uses
do
the
I-
opportunity
Do I
to...
have a +1 from Bless?
You
Should.
yeah.
That'd be 16 then?
16? Nah, it doesn't do it. So, you're sickened right now for a round. Let me
Aye.
pop that effect for you. Sorry.
Say it's not
Yeah, something
so.
doesn't feel right as that bite sinks into your arm. Immediately, it falls numb, and you can feel an aching at your elbow joint. But you don't know if it's adrenaline or if something serious is getting into your bloodstream. Moth, it's your turn.
The cow.
Yeah, it's Moth's turn. Do it Moth style. Moth. Oh no,
Oh, no.
I missed.
Yep.
I'm doing okay, so I'm just gonna.
So the director,
Yes.
Moth, you coward. It's your turn.
I'm going to help Chavi is what I'm going to do.
Okay, yeah.
I'm trying to think of the best
You're doing
way
quite
to do.
poorly as well.
Thank you.
Yes.
I'm going to. Is there anything left to telekinetic project? Is there any other?
There's plenty of stuff here. The shrapnel was moved from your corner of where you put it into somewhere else. You can try to use it again. It's all around.
Yeah, I'm going to try and use it again.
Nails. Yeah.
Because I like the idea, and I like to reuse ideas sometimes, so we're going to do that. Okay.
Okay, that's a hit. Roll your damage.
Oh. Did that register? I don't think that registered.
I did not get a number.
Okay. Here.
Excellent. 5 damage. Good, this thing is finally getting wounded.
Yeah.
Chunking away at its health. On a scale of green to red, it's a greenish yellow. So I don't know what to take away from that, but enjoy. Rune, it's your turn.
Rune will actually just repeat the same thing. Just take that same bit of shrapnel and remove and re-impale
Okay.
via telekinetic projectile.
Okay. Yeah, the nails embedded in the side of this
It's
wicked
raining
mole
tendons.
rat-looking goblin dog. That's a hit. Wow, that's a lot of damage. So if you'd like, you can actually just take a couple bits of shrapnel, and focus the force more on just a handful of them, and just run them through the body of this squishy,
Just yank them right on
demonic
through.
dog. Yeah, just all the way out.
Fair.
Because 9 is good, and Sailix.
Is there anything I can try to immediately do to like this Warbal look like she's dying, like bleeding out?
No, Warbal looks. There's a lot of blood coming out, but doesn't look dying.
I'm going to look at her and tell her to head towards the door,
Okay.
and I guess try to go over and assist with killing the last naked mole rat thing.
Excellent. And she'll move on your turn
All right.
3 times. Head out the door, brushing past Rune.
20. And I'm going to use electric arc.
Okay.
Here we go.
That is a success. Roll your damage.
All right. Oh.
All right. 6. It took half. And with the bits that are still in the goblin dog's body, you managed to get a good amount of electricity arcing into that guy. That's a fully charged battery there, but the dog's dead.
Woo!
Yep.
Come in and get the eating.
All right. Well, what's everybody doing?
Rune will immediately kneel down and check on Warbal.
Yeah, Warbal's doing pretty bad.
Checo and Chavi.
Thanks.
And in fact, the blood she's just hemorrhaging blood.
Okay.
So yeah, we're moving straight into another potential situation here. Warbal doesn't look to be stabilizing, so what do you guys want to do?
Chavi, do you have any more healing?
I do not.
Oh God.
I'll start performing funeral rites.
No. I mean, sure, whatever. I don't have any healing stuff.
Can I do medicine untrained? Should I try and stabilize her that way?
The medicine skill?
I don't think so. or at least that action of stabilization?
It's a good question.
Oh, wait. Sailix is trained in medicine, so I can try.
Yes, you learned that as a soldier.
Yes. So I will roll this real quick.
All right.
Bah. Now, guys, make it worse.
Well, tell me what you're doing. So you'll head out there. She's leaning on the wall. As soon as she escaped, she seemed winded, so she will lean on the wall to the keep. And as she just leans, you can see there's like blood trailing up.
He'll try to locate the area where the blood is coming out the worst, and try to like apply pressure, and like if it's on a limb, like tourniquet the limb to try and lessen the blood loss that she is having at the moment.
Okay. All right. Yeah, you're gonna need something made of cloth. Actually, make me a medicine check first. You have identified it's coming from the leg.
Bah.
Yeah, you're gonna need to tie something.
I'll take my sword belt off and tie that around her leg.
Fashion tourniquet. Okay, nice.
And this, who's next to me? Let's see. Rune
Just
is.
everybody.
Yeah, I'm going to look at Rune like, yeah, so I'm going to have to borrow some of your shirt real quick.
Oh, of course. And Rune rips his cloak up a bit, gives you a strap of cloth.
Yeah.
Does suffice?
Yeah, perfect. And so let's try to like pack it into the wound as much as possible to try and avoid any external debris getting in there and, infection and everything later on.
All right.
Um,
Director and Chavi.
I'm gonna help Chavi if she's having difficulty to walk or anything like that.
Okay.
How you doing, Chavi? How you feeling?
I'm not doing very cash money right now, to be
Oh
honest.
man.
Like on a 10, I'm feeling about 5.
Ooh, that's a low one. Lean on me. I'm short, but we got this. All right. Let's go out. Let's see where everybody else is.
Yeah.
All right.
The 2 inner doors, are they closed?
They're not. You can close them if you'd like.
No, I don't mean these external ones. I mean the ones back where Warbal was.
They're closed. Yeah.
They're closed. Okay. Are there similar arrow slits along the sidewall? Past those doors?
No. So you're not going to see deeper into the keep from there.
I was gonna send Corvid.
Yeah, you could send Corvus around the perimeter of the castle, the citadel, to see if there's anything else promising. But judging by the look of this one room, it seems like it's just a pit of danger.
Just for scouting purposes, Rune will look at Corvus. All right, little friend, go take a look around the pyramid as best you can. Report back as soon as you can. Corvus will just hop twice and take off.
Excellent. So, you guys can enjoy, if you can zoom out. I hope that actually works as intended. Oh, it's not going to work the correct way. Don't mind me here. Yeah, this keep has a couple of crumbling walls. This isn't the only way in. It looks like Corvus will report 1, 2, 3, not including up from the top. That's where these fires are coming from. But the amount of smoke coming out from the top of this citadel, it's hard to see what's inside the battlements up there in the top. So it's hard to know what the signal fires are actually coming from. But there's no sign of safety. So at best, you guys are. It's the odds are bleak if you headed deeper, expecting
Sailix
a
will
temple
turn.
of priests to heal you.
Sailix will turn back and, especially with the sun being so close to setting, pretty much tell everybody that we need to get back to the city, because not only does Warbal need medical attention, I'm pretty sure Chavi does too.
Yeah.
And my neck has felt better.
And I have a hangnail.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Rune, looking at Warbal. Do you know who's in there? Who's doing this?
No. Not at all. That's what I came to find out. And she's gonna try to stand up, but she can't.
Sailix will catch her and try to pick her up and be like, well, we can always question her back more when she's feeling better in the city.
Yep, because mid-sentence she just passes out from the blood loss, so she's...
And also, Rune, we still have to deal with all of those weird egg things that we found at the inn.
Eggs?
I need to at least see past these doors. I have to see what's going on in there.
Eggs?
I can go in there, chap.
So can I. I'll join you. As Rune will, the book at his side will lift up and the pages will flip, shifting to just a small spell as he draws runic symbols into the air, and his form begins to crack and shift as his bones begin to shrink and tear away to a very small mouse, tiny form.
Yeah, Moth will just sidestep out. My honey.
Rune casts pest form.
Okay.
How fast is this place burning?
So it actually, yeah, make a perception check. That's because that'll yield a weird answer. And Rune, so are you heading through the northern or the southern door of the two?
He'll go for the northern.
I'll go southern.
All right. Yeah, these a narrow corridor stretches to two odd angles. Let me free this up for you. As soon as you head into your respective sides, it sort of turns in. So before you get caught up in a maze of hallways and tunnels, as is more than common for Hellknight citadels, you might want to just listen, see if you hear anything, see if anything is calling to you.
Ooh.
And the director, you'll notice these fires are steady. Pair that with the idea that these fires were first reported several days ago. It has to be a signal fire. If this was a rampant fire, this place would have burned down entirely. And you don't remember fully, but you think it rained sometime between when these fires were first reported and now. So they must have been put out and relit. It seems intentional, beyond intentional.
And do I think that this is this common for this type of citadel, cathedral, religion area?
No, Hellknight Citadel? No.
Okay.
This would be like lighting your car on fire. I mean, these things are expensive. Obviously, whatever they're burning is probably expensive. These are goblins that are reported to be setting these fires. So they were never the intended owners of this place. So you can only imagine what they might be burning, like antique furniture, bookshelves, or things.
Okay.
So you can expect this place to be in disarray, a lot like this lobby that you first entered. And Rune, Rune and Moth, do you want to go further?
Yeah.
All right. So the guy with a health point first. Tell me where you go.
Are you talking to Rune or me?
Under
talking to you.
dead.
What? I mean, I'm going through the southern door and going.
All right. Yeah.
South.
Okay.
Do.
Take an insurance policy in your name.
Rune will take the northern corridor.
All right. Yep. So you both meet doors here. Does anybody follow them?
No.
All right. Honestly, wise.
Sailix
Yeah.
is packing Warbal up on a horse, and he's going to he's going to wait a little bit for these two to come back, but his main priority is to get the councilwoman back to the city.
Yeah, that's kind of the
All right, Rune, you can. The door has been water damaged and split open at a part, and with your newfound ability to use your whiskers to gauge your squeeziness, your squeeze-throughativeness, you can actually pinch through this door, and you see it should be a circular hallway separating 3 or 4 door entrances. The one side is fully crumbled, revealing actual open sky, although it's crepuscular because the sun is about to set, but it's dirt, and you can tell you're in the middle of the citadel, sort of where it must lead up to the tower. And as you look up, sure enough, you see some fires up there on a platform high up above your head, especially at your small size. And I'll give you a little bit of a look at what you might see. There. Yep. Exploring any further? Also, Moth, you open that door?
Yeah.
All right. Takes you to a hallway.
Huh.
Which door?
Southern door.
The southern door?
Uh-huh.
Make a reflex save.
I did good.
God damn it.
All right. The last thing you hear, Moth, is just you just feel a thunk on the back of your head, and probably several bones of various ages of people that become your vessel. You can hear them kind of snap, and you fall to the ground. Everything goes black for you, and we'll get back to that. Rune, you see a dirt pit. There's some water, some moth, a bunch of rocks, and you can hear shouting from where you are, coming from up above as it echoes down.
Can I make out what the shouting is about, or is it just fighting?
Make a perception check. It sounds like people arguing, maybe goblins. Definitely goblins. You can make out goblins. You can't make out what they're saying. Do you speak Goblin?
I do not speak Goblin.
Okay, but you can hear the voice of a halfling speaking Goblin.
Little bastard. All right. Is he able to make his way out to this courtyard?
Yeah, you can crawl out. You're over these rocks because they're so they're much more hilly to you. You're actually doing a bit of rock climbing. And as you look up, you're actually on the rubble of staircases. What was a staircase leading up to the battlements up top, but about 10 feet of it has collapsed. So maybe normal Rune could make a jump and pull himself up, but Mouse Rune certainly can't.
Certainly cannot.
Yeah, make a perception check for me.
Right.
Well, didn't you get lucky? Because right in the corner of your eye, and if you hadn't checked, you might be in something's stomach right now as a beast. From your perspective, you have no idea what this thing looks like, other than I don't know, I guess like a whale dragon, massive creature on 2 arms, 2 legs, charging at you.
That sounds made up.
Honestly, it almost seems like it's made up. You haven't seen a creature like this. And you know for Rune it's large, and for a mouse this thing is colossal. So, but I think a mouse is about faster. So you have 1 move action.
I crawl into the rubble.
Into the rubble.
Into the rubble.
Okay, so into the pile of rubble.
Yeah.
Into the pile of rubble you go, and
As this quickly becomes a cat and mouse game.
God, it really has, because now you hear scratching and shuffling from this large beast. Just make a perception check. Make a stealth check.
Oh, crap.
You are being hunted. Sailix, you've about loaded Warbal up on a horse. Are you guys ready to go?
Yeah, no.
Do you
Yeah.
expect them to catch up, or?
I'm probably waiting by the door to see if I can hear anybody coming. And how long do you
Same.
think it's been?
Same. I'm gonna be with Chavi and
Yeah, a
like
couple
listening in.
A couple of minutes. Do you guys want to go inside, or are you gonna be out there, like inside the lobby area? Nobody really checked that place out.
Yeah, I might as well look around there.
Yeah, so you'll notice a couple of things. Chavi, you'll recognize this immediately. You know the Hellknight Order of the Nail originally occupied this place. You can also tell from the armor, several pieces of Hellknight armor depicting different ranks of armatures, some replica armor for higher ranks. Obviously, you're not going to put them on display in the front room lest they get stolen, but the place is neat. It's supposed to look to honor the Hellknight Order, but this is in such a bad state that you would wonder why they hadn't sent an armager to strip it
So
of
this-
the flags and banners and stuff.
So this looks like this hasn't been used in a while.
No, not in years. Yeah,
Okay.
maybe decades. Rune, you've distracted.
The past
This
form
thing
gives me
gave up.
a +10 to my stealth.
Oh, okay, yeah. So it sounds like it gave up after a while of digging and searching, and even so, the part that was the scariest was when it started sniffing, because zoology of its time, when things can smell, they can find you. This thing couldn't find you, so that's good on you.
I can assure you, Rune's butthole did not pucker based on smell alone.
And it has, you can hear it crawl back to maybe where it came from, and you hear like a really wet sound as it dives into that puddle of water that you remember seeing. Out of dark curiosity, what's the duration on that spell? For pest form. Oh, you're muted.
Okay, yes, muted.
Sorry. Rune will be taking his time. The pest form is 10 minutes in duration, just so you
Okay.
know. And he'll be taking his time to go along the wall
Okay.
to see
So
if he can
that
get
rubble.
to.
Oh, okay. So you're underneath the staircase that has been.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it doesn't look like there's a clear path unless you're willing to risk trying to climb the wall.
No, definitely not willing to do that.
I mean, it would be easier as a mouse, because the divots in the hewn stone is actually almost like climbing stairs, but
I
if you
could
fall,
not.
it's bad. Yeah.
Yeah, I could not make the climb checks to do that. I'm fairly certain. Is it possible to get to the stairs on the south end there?
The stairs. Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so he'll work along the wall to get to those stairs as quietly as possible to not raise the ire of whatever creatures in that pool.
Yep. Excellent. And when you make it to the stairs, peeking inside, you see something of an auditorium. The doors are set up quite high to let air in and out. They almost sort of look like saloon doors because you have a wonderful courtyard full of cool air during the summer. So it's just natural design. You can see an auditorium, rows of seats, also a couple other doors and hallways. You can crawl straight under to get inside.
We'll definitely do so.
All right. And where would you like to go from here?
At this point, it's probably wise to try and just get out of here to catch up with everyone else. He'll take the door to his, was that east?
East, yeah. And as you go east and east and east, this will be the only door you didn't crawl under or open. It is wide open, and as you look in, you see a pile of maybe beds. You would like, it looks almost like a city skyline from your angle and size, but you know they're beds because there are pillows and blankets, and inside you hear tearing. You see some feathers flying out and grumbling inside. It looks like a fort made out of pillows and beds.
Oh, is that in this room?
That is the door to the south, as about 40 feet down.
Oh,
probably to be avoided.
He'll take a quick peek just to get a sense of what it might be.
You can make a perception check as you look in. Sailix, I take it you have done your duty as a guard and moved Warbal towards...
Yeah, no, Sailix would have told Chavi and the director, my duty is to the city and the city alone, and I will be heading back. I do wish you would come back with me, Chavi, because you look worse for wear, but I can't force you.
Yeah, and I can't leave him here.
But keep in mind, once the sun fully sets, the journey home is going to be just as rough as whatever is in that citadel right there.
Right.
Rune.
Hopefully we'll be following you shortly. Hopefully.
We got this.
Rune, you see Moth's cloak on the ground, 5 feet in front of you, a little off to the side.
Shit.
Full cloak, no moth inside of it. It's a cloak.
All right.
Interesting.
Now you might be mapping the front wing of the citadel in your head. It's probably about where he went.
I wrote. Oh, so that's what I got on the perception.
Yes, and well, you also see. This is what that you see.
Boy, I'm on a bed.
No, you're not on a bed.
And is in his current form, is he able to get into that south area room without too much of an issue, as far as he can tell?
Yep,
All right.
fully.
Yeah, he'll go ahead and just, again, keep hugging the wall.
Okay. Chavi, it's been about 20 minutes. Are you really one to just stand around?
No, I'm gonna end up going in.
North or south? You don't know which way any of them went.
So, as we're going in, how dark is this place? Were we having trouble seeing?
Yes, unless you have low light vision.
I have low light.
I have low light vision as well. Okay.
No, you're fine.
Should we just...
Sorry.
You can go ahead.
No. Make a perception check to see if we hear anything.
Okay.
I'll also do that.
You'll hear the same stuff that Rune and Moth heard, which is just the shouting on the battlements. But whether or not you have to go north or south for that, you have no idea. I might actually have you guys roll to randomly determine which direction you would go in.
One of us go each way?
That is a horrible idea. I do not like that idea at all. I'm going wherever you're going.
Okay, that's fair. I hope they did the same.
Yeah. If they're smart, they are.
Can I just like roll it?
Yes.
Alright,
D2, 1 is north, 2 is south.
Okay.
Or D4 odds and evens.
Is it /R?
It's /die.
/die, gotcha.
Are you flipping a coin like in game or to see which way we go?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 2.
All right, you go down.
Very cool, very nice.
Yeah, go down.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah, so you two. Head over. That door's open. Strangely enough.
Do we hear anything else now that we're closer?
No, not from there.
So start like just peeking in doorways and seeing what I see.
Yeah.
And how much time did you say had passed?
Wait, you said 20
More than
minutes?
10, yeah, I'd say about 20 because of
right.
careful stepping. Yep.
Are there's no actual like check for traps in this? Is there no skill set for that?
Sailix, you have arrived in town because it's only a mile away.
Woo! Yeah, I'm gonna rush into the infirmary.
You're gonna just drop Warbal off
Yeah, straight to the infirmary as fast as I can.
to your brother. She's fine.
Yeah. As soon as we get in, let him know what's going on. Let him know that there's people waiting back in the citadel. I'm gonna ask him if he has any like medicine on him or anything, because a few people were hurt back at the citadel before I go back out and check.
You're gonna need to roll something for that.
All right. What do I roll for that?
Diplomacy if you want to convince somebody. Intimidate if you want to convince somebody.
Didn't we just had an argument last game, didn't we?
Yeah, he's not happy with you.
Yeah.
He gave you his horse, but he's not happy with you.
I'm good. I'll try to plead to his better side. Oh, yeah, no, I should have just went with intimidate.
No, yeah, of course I don't have any health
What?
potions. Get out of here. You can check another shop though, but I'll get back to that. Yeah, so it's I would think about 20 minutes.
All right. His form would have started to change back.
All right.
So yeah, that's where
You're
he's
gonna
at.
tuck yourself in a corner, maybe.
Oh yes, most definitely.
All right. So yeah, you back off into the corner, and as Chavi and the director, you arrive. The door on the south and the door on the west of this small corridor, they open. They are open, but you can hear noise in the south side moving down.
What does it sound like?
Pillow fight. Roughly.
Roughly.
Some cloth tearing, and then some shuffling on like right by the door, where the door is open. On the other side, you can hear somebody I don't know, scrambling, like just I don't know.
And the south door is open.
Like, weird sounds, like a mouse getting bigger.
That's really specific.
That is oddly specific. That sounds like a mouse getting bigger.
A mouse.
It would be the sound of bones shifting and cracking, popping.
Is that Moth?
I don't know.
It's a mothy sound. But Moth's cloak is on the floor, right in front of you.
Oh God.
Chavi, what's your take on this?
That's no bueno.
Oh, he's dead.
I'm gonna make sure I have
Recipes.
one of my daggers drawn since my fucking sword broke. Pissed about that.
Okay.
I'm gonna peer in more. See if I can like drag the cloak over towards me.
It's only a couple feet away if you want to just step in.
Yeah.
Okay. And on the other side of the door, you hear more of this. And then you also hear the sound of a bed scooting. Just. You look, and you can see with your low light vision.
I look
There's a
back
pile
down the
of-
direction.
I'll cast guidance. Can I do that?
Yes, but you have
Okay.
to whisper the spell.
I am.
It's a magic
Listen.
component.
Chavi, would you like an egg in this trying time?
Please.
Okay. From his pocket, he'll produce an egg for Chavi and give her guidance. I don't think I have to do anything. It's just,
Nope.
okay, yeah, 30 feet.
Chavi, what are you doing?
I accept the egg. Do I see anything farther down with my low light?
No.
I stepped in to grab the cloak, by the way.
Okay.
So if I turn, do I see this fucking gross amalgamation that is Rune currently?
It's a door. No, the door is open in that direction. So there's something on the other side of the door is what you can hear, and the cloak is like right there. I don't know if you want to actually do that, but
I think I'll step into like this corner over here, but point to the director like there's something behind this fucking door. Holy shit, dude.
Oh, girl. The director is cautiously helping her.
all right. Actually,
through
let's
this fire.
change. Okay, so Sailix, you can grab a potion in town if you would like.
All right.
It'll cost you money, or you're gonna have to convince somebody. You're gonna have to steal something. I don't know.
Definitely stealing.
I'll try to convince somebody using the Unforgotten name. Like,
Okay.
That Mass Effect thing where it's like,
Paragon a renegade.
yeah.
All right. So yeah, make a diplomacy check. Let's go to Rune's perspective. So there's something on the other side of the door.
Yeah, it's a bit terrifying right now.
Did you hear the egg bit?
Hope so.
Okay. I think Rune's got a trick up his sleeve. What has he got? So, as a wizard, specifically with my arcane thesis of improved familiar, I can drain my familiar to get a spell back. Similar to drain bonded item.
Okay.
So, Rune is going to pull back the pest form spell.
Okay.
And he is as quietly as he can. I'm not sure how quiet that's going to be, but re-enter the pest form.
Okay. All right.
Mainly because at this point he feels he's surrounded, and the pest form is particularly with the rubble that's and the mess that's in this room is best planned to get out.
All right. What do you turn into?
He will keep to the same form.
Mouse.
That tiny mouse, yeah.
All right. And so the cracking is like even louder as it works overtime to turn a mouse into a person into a mouse with speed. And you can't control the sound of it, or even really the squeaking in pain. I imagine you squeak out in pain. But
There's
from
a
your
grunting,
perspective, yeah, under the door you can actually see it's Chavi in the direction the whole time. Loud noise though, and suddenly, on this pile of beds, you see a figure jump onto that orange one, mostly in the front, and you see a silhouette. Some wicked-looking, small, maybe furry creature with a weapon in its hand and in ears. And it's sort of just...
Does it look like Moth?
No.
Okay.
So Moth never really looks like one thing for a significant amount of time. Weird is true. Medium humanoid though, so there is
We
that.
are medium. You're mini? Yeah, there you go.
Can I try and get a... Have I ever seen anything like this before? What the fuck is that? Can I make a perception to figure out what it is?
Yeah,
Or does it look aggressive other than the fact that it just has a weapon? And
You have no idea. It has a weapon. It's taken Moth, probably killed him, honestly.
I'm gonna make another character. His name will be Toth.
Wow.
Moth. It's for my Star Wars game. Can I see this thing as well?
Yes.
All right. Can I make some sort of check to see if I know what it is?
Sure.
Would it be lore?
What's your lore skill?
I have a special theater lore skill, but I don't think that's gonna really help.
That's gonna not be very good.
No, it's not.
Would a nature skill work?
Yes.
Okay. I don't have that trained. So I have it untrained.
Okay. Yeah, those aren't looking super, super helpful for what you guys are doing here.
I have no idea what that is, guys.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know. Stab it.
Is it looking at us?
It is looking directly in that direction.
Directly
Straight
in
north. Just that's where it heard things.
I think we should gently back up for the time being.
Eat it.
Yeah. Let's see if I can try charm on it. Let me see the.
Charm is a somatic component, I believe.
I think so. I'm looking it up. Yeah, it's somatic and verbal.
Okay.
Sure.
Oh, it's verbal.
It is verbal.
All right. Yeah. Casting this basically puts you out of stealth.
Yeah, it does. So,
Okay.
well,
Describe what you're doing here.
I didn't know I was gonna do it. I was looking it up.
Oh, okay. No, you don't have to.
If in the meantime, if Rune thinks he can manage, he's going to attempt to work his way through the pile of beds to get to the other side of it.
Okay. That would be a stealth check.
That's fair.
For this. Yep.
So the thing hasn't seen us, right? Or has it?
It's looking in our direction.
It's looking in our general.
Excellent. And yeah, it is looking in your.
All right.
Yeah, nailed it.
I'm gonna take Chavi's lead, and if she's gonna stealth, I'm gonna stealth.
Okay.
She is the better fighter out of the two of us.
I'm also really fucked right now.
Yeah, you are.
Mouse Rune, you have freedom to travel. That's stealth. You're fine.
Mouse Rune has moved to the back of the room.
Okay. You see Moth there on the ground underneath one of the beds.
Woo!
How does he look?
Pile of bones.
Oh, that's awesome. That's good.
The normal.
Bone daddy.
All right. Mouse Rune is going to work his tiny butt just around the corner a bit.
All right.
I presume he was unable to make out what that thing is.
No, but what was you had a nature check at? Nope, not able to. It's gonna start screaming though. Absolute bloody murder. It knows something is here, and it wants to deal with it. We're gonna do. Yeah, we're gonna do a intimidate check, I think. Animals can even do that.
Now can I do my charm?
Yeah, you can,
All right, I'm gonna do my charm.
but you gotta be quick.
Okay. I don't have. He doesn't have a marker yet, so I can't really target him. But
Yeah, you should.
I don't see him. Maybe he's on the tracker.
You can see it on the map,
Okay.
but not on the tracker. My bad. So you can use the map the same way.
Okay. Oh, there he is.
I don't see it on the map, just so you know.
Is it medium goblinoid?
You don't see it there over top the bed?
I see it now.
Okay.
Yeah, he's the medium goblinoid. Alright, here we go.
Run it. Describe what you're doing here.
Alright, so the director would kind of jump in front of Chavi and take a look as this thing is starting to scream.
Yeah, it's moved one of the mattresses and ripped off a long piece of old wood and grabs it like a javelin and is getting ready to throw it straight north.
Oh shit.
Well, go ahead.
Well, I know the outcome of this. So the director would leap forward and say, okay. I'm going to need you not to do what you're doing, and I'm going to need you to help us. You have a critical role in this performance right here, and your ability to listen to me and to listen to direction is imperative. What do you say?
She's just gonna smack it into the bed and then jump down.
This is horrible.
And just step a little bit closer to you.
This is no bueno.
We're going to be taking this action to return to his normal form.
All right. All right, so what's the effect of charm here?
So, I'm trying to see what they got. Did I get the critical success, or did they get the critical success?
So the DC is 10.
Looks like they did.
Yeah. So, if they get the critical success, the target is unaffected and aware that you tried to charm it.
All right, Rune, you're still in mouse form.
That's
Giving
fine.
you that. Yep. Yeah, this thing is just gonna step over.
I got in front of Chavi.
Back, putting her arm behind a corner. You can't see around the corner. Putting her arm behind something and coming out, and you see a real metal, like a steel javelin with vicious, rusty-looking nail on the top, just made to look absolutely menacing.
That looks like a lot of tetanus.
Picks it up on a hand, just lets out a, and then right before throwing it, these two doors on the east side slam open in just like an explosion of electricity. Go ahead.
Fucking knock, knock.
Just boom! Sunlight's coming in because the sun is setting right over there in the Breach Hill direction. You feel that cold air, cold winter air within. It's Sailix actually having just dismounted from his horse with using an electric burst to just blast these doors open. I want everybody to roll initiative. Fitting. So I see Sailix first. Go ahead. Make sure you're
Can you pop my marker on the board real quick?
boom. I gave you momentum.
Yeah.
There.
So I am going to, I guess, I'll use Acid Splash at that thing bobber, whatever it is.
Yeah, that'd be a miss.
Eh.
Don't give up your day job of using a bladed weapon.
I mean, I have it out in one hand.
And Rune, it's your turn. Chavi, you're next.
Rune will go to his tried and true telekinetic projectile. As I'm sure there is more than enough rubble in this area to wing at this thing.
Yep.
For a whole 6 points of damage.
Perfect.
As his bones finish cracking and popping, as he stands up into his normal form, again, his hand will touch the ground as bits and pieces of debris in the area begin to rise up, forming into a single cohesive ball of stuff, and gets flung at the goblin or the creature.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Chavi.
Hi, that's me.
Yeah,
Alright.
a lot has happened.
Sailix just fucking burst in. We had, I can't even see Rune yet. Who's this goblinoid motherfucker looking at or facing?
Sailix.
Alright. Move up here. I'm gonna shield up. And... Oh, it's already not looking at me, so I'm gonna have a dagger out, and that's gonna be my turn right now.
Okay.
I don't want to get close to it yet.
Skipping Moth, the director.
Alright, I'm going to... Shit my pants. I'm going to cast Daze on it. He saw that his charm didn't work, but Sailix had his amazing entrance, which he's going to remember and definitely write that down later, because that was fantastic. Enter stage left. He loves it.
You got a hero point for that.
Yeah. So he's going to try and daze this creature. Let's see.
So the goblin saved by meeting that.
Alright. And then I'll move up a little bit.
Right.
That is my life.
And Sailix? Actually, wait. I skipped the goblin.
Oh, damn.
Goblin
Fine, you can
will
just do that.
throw that javelin straight at Sailix. The main offender. That's a hit.
Oh.
Take 5 points of damage.
Oh.
You feel that every inch of a 7-inch nail on the tip of that just right under your pec. And it just leans there. Then it just like meets the ground. Just inside. Lightly embedded.
It's
now
cool.
You start to feel that blood.
I've been penetrated by worse.
Welcome
and
to the
it's your
heavy
turn.
damage team, boyo. Fucking hurt.
Oh, so it's my turn, right?
Yep.
All right. I'm going to drink one of those potions. Let's see, which one was it? It was the
Yeah, you have a lesser and a
minor.
minor.
Okay. So. Yeah.
Go ahead and do that math. Rune, it's your turn.
Rune will, well, rinse and repeat, really. Taking the same ball of stuff. Oh, probably does not hit, though.
P minus.
Rune will
that'll be
take
a
a
miss.
move. That's it for me.
Okay. Chavi.
Alright, I'll move right up over here. I'm still gonna keep my shield raised. I'm gonna attempt to throw one of these daggers. Wow. Can I select little boyo?
All right, that's a hit.
Alright, and then I'll use my last action to pull out another dagger. That's my turn.
All right, now for the goblin. Gonna step forward, rip that javelin out. Move, rip. Actually moving adjacent, rip the javelin out. And then we're making an unarmed attack at you, Sailix. 20 does hit. This creature is going to. Let me see if I have an image. Yeah, let's share that. Put an arm, a talon on each of your shoulders, and just headbutt you hard in the nose. Boom!
God.
Blood coming down. You've taken 5 damage. You are heavily wounded, and now for the director.
Lord, I am going to.
Actually, I'm gonna bump up. Just sorry, real quick.
Yeah, go.
Moth, you should have a hero point, right?
Yeah, I do.
Spend it.
I spend it.
All right. When you get headbutted, Sailix, you spit out blood, and a lot of the potion you were drinking, just comes out, like right on the ground, sort of like a shotgun. You just see like a burst of red blood and also red potion, and through some absolute weird fuckery, you start to see it migrate down into the bed in like perfectly straight lines, like a grid pattern. Moth, you start to soak up your favorite cocktail of healing potion and blood. We'll use this as spending all of your hero points to avoid dying, because you were dying. You have a health point, and you are you have 2 actions this turn. Right before the director.
Like
What would
between.
you like to do? You have 2 actions, and you're prone under a bed.
Yeah, between like the mouth of the skull, there's like a smiling pair of teeth inside with a tongue that sticks out and laps up the blood. Yeah.
You stop that.
Please just stop.
That's what Daddy needed.
Oh.
All right.
So I'm gonna cast Ray of Enfeeblement on this guy.
Okay.
Be enfeebled, you butt.
That's going down.
Oh wait, hold on. No, I can touch him. I'm just gonna touch him a lot.
Yeah, you are adjacent. Prone
Yeah.
and adjacent.
I'm gonna touch him.
With what? Harm.
Did it
Okay.
not do it? I don't think it did. Let's see.
No, it didn't.
No, that's unfortunate.
That's the cast, not the. So you'll go to your ability.
I just want to touch him. It's just a regular spell ability, so I can grab any of these spells.
Probably. Well, so
Yeah.
you should.
Because they took out the dex to hit for touch attacks.
Oh,
right?
so it gives enfeebled on the here. I have the attack.
Oh no, I'm just using harm. Harm is what I'm
whoops,
using.
sorry.
The
Harm. I have the
Yeah.
roll for harm.
Yeah, just somatic.
That is 3 damage.
Well, I need to touch him first. Yeah. It's because I'm casting it the one cast, which is a touch attack, and I'm doing
genuinely surprised that it doesn't make an attack roll.
And I'm doing that twice to touch him. I'm just gonna touch him a lot.
So you do it just somatic. How many times are you doing this?
Twice, because that's how many turns I have, right?
Yep.
Just like, give me those legs.
All right. So we'll do 3 damage, the 8 damage, but you have to make touch attacks, I believe. No, that's the wrong one. Let's just roll 27 die.
Why you roll bad for me?
All right, one of them works. They're taking 8 damage.
I'm like, haha, fellas, now this is how you
From under the
touch
bed.
someone's leg.
Yeah. All right, now the director.
I was muted. He's going to follow Rune's telekinetic projectile influence and an idea and do the same. Because I am a hack.
Let's face it, first level, that is like a repeatable spell.
It is. It's a cantrip for me, so.
Yeah.
But I still miss.
Put the cant in cantrip.
Ah!
You have an action?
I do have an action. I am going to get a wee bit closer. Yeah.
All right, and Sailix.
So I looked it up real quick. So for harm, the touch attack is automatic, so I automatically touch him twice,
okay.
and he rolls a basic fortitude save to try to negate.
All right, I will run those. Sailix, what are you doing for your attack?
I'm gonna not. Yeah, I'm gonna swing my sword. Swinging my sword.
What's the DC on that for Moth?
Let me.
21 hits, roll damage, Sailix.
All right.
Okay, excellent.
And then I'm gonna drink another potion. Because
Roll that. All right, Rune.
Dying.
Rune will rinse and repeat. What am I doing?
That's a
I'm doing
DC
this.
17.
Oh god. That sucks.
All right, and that is a spell?
Yeah, yes. There are no effects for a critical miss.
Oh, good. And Sailix, that damage is for what? Oh, the healing.
Yeah,
That's right.
it's 2d8 plus 5. I didn't know how to roll it because I don't know if I have the actual item in my inventory. I'll pull it up.
It's fine. I got you. That puts us. Chavi.
First, I'm gonna attempt to demoralize using Intimidating Glare. I'm gonna stare really hard at this guy.
Okay.
I forgot I can't roll it at that. Okay, 23 for that. Also, I don't know why it says effect. Am I still sickened? Is that why it says effects -1?
Yes. Go ahead and make a fortitude save, actually. Now that I'm reminded of that. Forgot about the onset there.
17.
All right, this will be the last turn. You're sickened.
Is he
That-
demoralized? Or she? Or I don't know.
She is demoralized, yes.
Alright. I'm a stab. I rolled it in the wrong spot. But I'm assuming 10 doesn't hit though.
And I think demoralized. What condition does demoralized provide? I think it's frightened. I think it's frightened 1.
We have it written down. I couldn't remember.
Okay, we're gonna start with frightened 1.
Mhm.
Your dagger at 10 does not hit.
Alright, cool. Then I'm just gonna hold my shield up.
All right, and Moth, it's your. Actually, no, it's the goblin's turn.
I stared at it real hard.
All right. Goblin is going to make a 5-foot step. As
Can I
one
get a-
action.
Attack of opportunity.
Okay.
Wait, do I get an attack of opportunity?
Actually, with a 5-foot step, I don't think so. I think that's the difference between a 5-foot step and a stride anyway. Yeah, so 5-foot step to avoid that. And then from exactly this position, she's going to make a run for it. To pop, to pop, to pop, to pop. And shut the door behind her. She's now in another room.
Should skedaddle.
What?
Whose turn is it?
Are we out of
So,
combat?
Or are we out of combat?
I guess it's technically Moth's turn, combat-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah. You might want to get up.
I'm pretty good under the bed. Like this is
You're also
good times.
naked.
I'm naked?
Yeah, your cloak is off.
Yeah. Unashamed, Moth rises from the bed, his shriveling corpse shaking with moss and moist goo. He looks at everyone as he shakes himself and says,
Golden hour too. Sun coming right in from the double doors here. Southeast entrance of the citadel.
Hi.
Combat ends as soon as he says hi, by the way. What do you guys want to do?
Give
Get
Moth some
out of here.
clothes.
Yeah.
I'd like my clothes back, please.
Why don't you have an egg? Here's an egg.
I'll go walk back and grab his cloak and then go back and hand it to him. I'm like, yeah, we should.
Yeah, Rune is not in much of a walking mood. He's sort of looking at one. Let's go now.
Is the egg hard boiled or?
It is. It is hard boiled.
He'll poke a hole into it with one of his sharp nails and try to suck out the egg via the hole. Gets very disappointed when he can't.
As we're leaving, I'm probably gonna whistle for my horse to show up too.
Rune will do the same.
All right.
I'll ride with the Chavi one.
So the 5 of you will take the rough rubble and shrubbery back to the main path here, and as you round towards this front entrance, this terrace, you actually you guys will like walk carefully because I mean, this place is untamed. It looks like it was once cut down to be a field, and now it's being reclaimed by nature. Just barely enough that you guys can walk comfortably. And as you make it back onto the stone, a body falls out of the sky, presumably coming from the front battlements of the citadel, crashing 10 feet in front of you. The corpse of a goblin.
A familiar goblin?
No, unfamiliar.
Okay.
Oh man.
Ooh.
Oh wait. I look back to the citadel. What if do I see anything?
Yeah.
Same signal fires. You can hear shouting from here now, though.
Inspect the goblin.
A fresh stab wound, only just now forming blood but looks like death was upon impact here on
So-
the stone.
What is it, a stab wound, or could it have been a wound from the creature that tried to hunt me down in the courtyard?
Make a perception check. Just looks like a lot of blood coming out of a hole, honestly.
To make sure that it's dead, I'll twist ahead.
You'll-
Yeah.
Cool.
We should continue to move.
I agree.
Yeah, no. Sailix is gonna step over the body. He's like, well, it's getting dark anyway, so we can always come back later.
Did you find anything, Rune? Would Rune tell us on the way back what he saw?
No, not on the way back, mainly because
Okay.
he's in a hurry to get back.
Okay.
But it will definitely spur on the conversation when they return.
Okay.
And you guys are in a hurry, correct?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, the only thing Rune is going to do is leave Corvus to fly around a bit to see if he sees anything. But only no more than maybe a half hour or so.
Okay. Circling the citadel.
Yeah.
He can make out goblins on the battlements up in the top.
Cool.
They're like that one.
Are they fighting something?
Yeah, they just look to be screaming, shouting. Some of them running around, but it's pretty chaotic. It's hard to really see anything.
The implication in this site is that the goblins defending against something or fighting something?
It sounds like goblin cries.
Goblin cries? Okay,
Yeah.
they're dying.
Yes, they are.
Okay.
Because you've seen one die.
Yeah.
All right, so we're gonna say it's been 15 minutes to take you back to Breach Hill. Everybody is fatigued one right now because of a forced travel and visiting a dungeon at the end of a long day. What's the plan, guys?
I'll
Nothing.
look to everyone and get on top of the bar and say, "Look, I know you don't know me, but you came to my aid under the bed. I owe you my life."
Great Cadence Keg.
Yeah, so it's like which
Okay,
bar
good.
are we at? How many people are here? And why are you saying this now? No. Are we at Cadence Keg?
Yeah.
Okay. So there's nobody really here. Cool.
Rune will just look
No,
at
well,
Moth.
the people that are here it's Bryn Taith, and Jacob Crow. And when you guys get here, Bryn's gonna say, So what happened? What became of these goblins?
Dead.
There was a creature that, and so Rune's gonna think back to the creature that chased him. Would arcane, occult, or nature give him a recollection of what it may have been?
Go ahead with nature.
I'll even toss in religion if it would work.
I'll throw it. I'll roll a nature thingy.
In the meantime, I look like
I
shit.
don't think you
pouring
saw. You
myself
didn't see this
a
creature
beer.
yet.
I was
Yeah,
talking about
Jacob's
the
gonna
goblin.
lean his elbows on the bar next to you, Chavi, and says, "So are we ready now? We ready to go home?"
I don't know.
All right.
So Rune will just sort of sit at the bar. I don't know what it was that was in that citadel, but it was gigantic.
Well, how big in comparison to you?
Well, from my mouse form, it was colossal.
Where
So
am
I had assumed from my normal form, it was gigantic.
You have a mouse. Do you have a mouse form?
Yes.
You can't just casually spring that on
Yeah.
someone, my guy.
That's where you went. Okay. We were a little worried.
Well, I had to get in there somehow.
Ah.
But yeah, I also did hear. I heard a halfling voice talking in Goblin.
Do you think it's the same halfling that was our culprit from back here?
That was precisely my thought.
Eh.
At which point Corvus will just randomly arrive. Hello there. Yes, the goblin's dying. That's about it.
How? How are they? Are they just fighting against each other, or?
Well, I didn't fly down to get details. That would have gotten me killed.
Reasonable.
So you'll brief everybody in Cadence Keg about what happened here, right? This is the inner circle. You trust everyone in here.
Well, Rune was not hiding. As long as there wasn't anyone like he didn't recognize in the building.
Just the Unforgotten, Rune Tate, and Jacob Crow. And
Yeah, Rune
Jacob Crow. So.
was willing to share to the group.
Yeah, and Jacob's gonna flash a look to Bryn, and Bryn back to Jacob. Like they had an epiphany. They had a conversation with just a glance, and she's gonna say, "Hey, Chavi, can I see that mug of yours?"
Yeah. Hand it over, I guess. Why?
Yeah, she's gonna take it out and put it on her. She has a shelf with a locking cage, and she's gonna put it in, grab a key, shut it, throw the key up and snap her finger, and it vanishes. And she says, "You don't deserve to have that back."
Ooh.
Unless you're profoundly bad at telling stories, and I know you're not, it sounds to me that people needed you, and you left.
Rune will stand straight up. I would recommend you adjust your perceptions in this particular instance. Chavi did everything she could. She certainly doesn't deserve to be insulted like this.
I'm gonna put my broken rapier down on the table too.
Sailix would stand up and like, even if she didn't want to leave, I'm pretty sure I would throw her across the horse and take her away by force. None of us were in any condition to keep going on to try and save the goblins. They were perfectly capable of fleeing just like we were.
Maybe, Silk, maybe your mother never really told you what it was like in the days of strife over in Cheliax, but it was never really about doing everything that you could. It was about finding out how to do just a little bit more. And if these goblins were crying in what sounds like utter terror, then we should make absolute haste to get back to them.
Bold of you to assume that wasn't the plan. Unless you wanted me to die right there and I think it's the best idea for us to actually heal up and be able to take this like head on. Or else we'd all be killed.
Yes, nature will eventually enshroud all the world in darkness, and man will fall. In time, so too must we wait.
So aside from the odd exposition from Moth, a lot of us had to go back in to save it. Is that appropriate, Moth? It? Moth. At any rate.
Tree. I'm a tree.
You tree.
Tree.
Right. Of course you are.
Pronoun tree.
You are a tree. All right.
Spirit.
At any rate, I agree with Chavi. She's got the right of it. There was no way we should have stayed there to try and continue on. We all would have died.
Death is only the beginning.
We can't find out anything more to help them if we're all dead.
Agreed. Her story
You
was not
certainly
meant to
wouldn't have
end.
gotten word what's going on there if we had all died there anyway.
Who is this person we're yelling at?
It's Bryn, take it right.
Sailix is a good man with one heart, the normal amount of hearts, and you should give him whatever item you took from him in order to shame him. Give him back his shame. He needs it.
That was Chavi's mug, not mine.
You guys all look alike. Whatever, I tried. Your
All right.
legs and pale skin and weirdness.
So, Chavi, this... I didn't want to rush this, but I knew you were meant to do this. People need you now, and in a way that they never would have if you didn't leave that God's forsaken little thorp of yours. So you need to make a decision, and you need to plan and figure out how to save people. What are you gonna do? Brente's just gonna look directly at you, ignoring everything Moth just said.
You bitch.
Rune will take his hand and take the 2 pieces of the rapier, and as his hand glides across them, a rune sort of goes along the length of the blade. As his hand crosses over where they were broken, it is now together. As he casts mending.
Yay, mending.
I give him a thankful look. Well, it looks like we're heading back out in the morning. We've, with Rune's help of Corvus, that's the name, right?
Yes, name's Corvus, thank you.
There's several
Morning.
different entrances. We can have more of a chance to scout out the perimeter ourselves and maybe see
Probably.
what's going on in brighter daylight
Probably
tomorrow
best
morning.
if we split up too.
That we should not split up again.
No,
that was a bad
really
idea.
bad.
on your
Yeah,
guys'
really
part.
bad.
Yeah,
They all
no.
could have died.
It worked out.
Now you only get one grand entrance in a lifetime, and that was mine.
And it was a grand entrance indeed. Goes down in history.
Let me ask you a
We need
question.
to we need to talk to the chairman as well when she's a little more healed up, because she's the one that was there and who we ended up saving.
Yes, Kellen's assistant, he's working on her now, but if you were to speak to her, she might ask a question you don't know how to answer, and that's who's left. And what if you went in the morning? First thing, sun's up, you arrive at the citadel, and you find nothing but corpses of people who needed your help.
Let me cut you off right there. What if you went in the morning and we had stayed all night trying to save them, and you found our bodies among the dead? Would you feel better? Because I came here looking for help, got a potion, had to go back, and you weren't running alongside of me to brilliantly save people. No, you were sitting here at the bar slinging drinks. So until you come off your high horse there, I don't want to hear anything more about it. So you lead the charge and we'll walk right behind you. But until then, shut up.
And with that, she'll just walk over to the coat rack near the side door, grab a coat and a mace, and throw both of them to Jacob Crow, and he'll grab them and just shrug. Very well. They're actually going to head out the door.
Rune
They
simply
just called your
sighs.
bluff. Yeah, they just called your bluff.
Are we doing this now?
I guess we have to.
Sailix stands up, he's like, I don't bluff. He walks out.
Is there anywhere on the way we can stop and maybe try and grab another potion? Or something of the like?
Yeah, as soon as you guys are walking, she's just gonna say, look, I'm sorry for the theatrics, but I don't expect you to be a martyr, and I wouldn't want that, but you have to understand that being an adventurer means taking risks. Your life is on the line, and if you die to save people, then you die to save people. Here, take this. And she's actually going to hand you she has a flask she carries in her boot, and it's it looks like it's painted with gold and maybe lined with something like sapphire. You can take a sip if you want, Chavi.
I do.
All right.
You know, that's my luck, actually. Let's just...
So you're going to heal a single health point on your weak girl's swig.
I'm upset. I can't take big, fun drinks.
Feel free to pass it around.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
It
we
has-
all
Yeah,
spit it
I
back
actually
into
need
the
some.
bottle, it should work more.
Oddly, Rune hasn't been hurt, so he doesn't take any.
I'll take some. I'm actually hurt.
All right. Anybody who wants to take a swig, roll a d8. And I won't tell you how many swigs are available, but I'm just going to pass it around.
The Rune will look to Bryn. Listen, I don't know what lesson you're trying to teach or why, but martyrdom, while noble and poetic, rarely gets anything won. Good can still be done in this world without dying for it. You just have to be smart about it, that's all.
You know, Rune,
I do know Rune, yeah.
Selk told me you're very wise in that you refuse to take risks. But she also told me that of the many hundreds or thousands of stories she read about heroes, she wouldn't describe any of them as possessing that quality. So maybe you want to be tactical, but if that's you, then you don't belong as an adventurer. Just take a damn risk.
Listen, I think I respect you. At the very least, I'm willing to like you. But don't you dare tell me how I'm going to live my life. I've learned more than you can in the 6 years that I was in the college. So either shut up and do something yourself, or leave me alone.
Sailix is gonna come up and put his arm around Chavi and just kind of like usher her like away from Bryn's like
From the drama.
yeah.
Yeah,
The director is standing right there. He is in the midst of all of this. He is. This is
Chavi's
pretty.
staying quiet because she doesn't want to.
Yeah.
She's just trying to bite her tongue.
This
Your
is all-
holier than thou adventurism and heroics is great for story. I'm sure the director will enjoy every word of it.
I do.
If we are actually going to do something and make an impact, some thought must be given to how we're going to do it. A creature ripping my face off as I'm trying to crawl through a courtyard as a mouse in order to see what's going on isn't going to do us any good. Chavi and the director would have walked in there and had their throats ripped out. Nearly did. So yes, take your adventure, jump off a cliff all you like. Hopefully you'll land on your feet. But don't presume to dictate how I'm going to live mine. For that matter, how Chavi's going to live hers, or any of us are going to live ours. That's for us to do. We'll take what risk we can take.
I'm actually looking for input.
There you go, Moth will listen.
Somebody tell me how to feel.
Yeah. How do we do these things?
What's his emotion?
What is love? In the end, humanity will justify its actions, and it doesn't matter. You will all die, and none of you will have an impact. So let's move on. Maybe get some waffles and do something, I guess.
Moth, with that particular perspective, we should just go back to the city and just have breakfast.
Well, no, it's breakfast first, then adventuring, or adventuring.
But if we're all going to die, what's the point?
It fills
So
the
we've arrived
time.
at the gate.
Existentialist conversation aside.
It fills the time. That's it.
Yeah, Moth Taj aside, we've arrived at the gates to mount up. Everybody has their horses at that stable that they entered the city from, so leaving should be a breeze. Jacob has 2 horses because that was drawing the carriage that originally brought you all into town. So, everybody ready to depart?
Yeah.
Ready as I'll ever be.
All right, everyone split up.
So,
Moth, that's the worst idea you've ever had.
so it's nighttime when you arrive back at the citadel. That was expected because the sun was setting. As you make it back to this main gate, you just see the corpse of the goblin that fell. And a bit of the same shouting, but it sounds more spread out. Like the intensity hasn't dulled in terms of what's being said, but it's being spaced out. Like people are starting to feel the fatigue and the bitter winter air really set in here. You're with Bryn and Jacob.
Can we see any of the goblins?
No, so just as you look up, you just see a tower and the smoke rising from the flames.
This is Nakatomi Plaza. Goblin
Pretty much.
out. The director's like, oh, I get it.
Now what?
This way. Bryn, she points to the door, the double doors that are open.
Wait, there was another door that we went in before. Is that possibly a better way to go in?
The front entrance, we can at least like decide. We go to the front entrance, they can see what's actually in there because they didn't let me talk. Actually, she just kind of yelled at me. That's fine. Or we can pick a direction from there. We already know where like fourth of this area is.
You just got to get to the top.
It's up to you guys.
Rune will send
Annoyingly,
Corvus off again.
Bryn seems to be waiting for somebody's direction.
Rune, what area did you go to?
I went to the northern corridor. Ran into a tower that was getting crumbled. That's where I heard the voice of the halfling, or a halfling, I should say, speaking Goblin. I worked my way into the main courtyard across the rubble, going south. That's where I ran into the creature before. Not the one we ran into, but the other one. On the south side of the courtyard, there's some sort of auditorium. And it was there that I worked my way over and ran into Moth and that little goblin creature.
I say we go in through the south side where we were before and work our way in that way.
Yeah, the tower's pretty torn up. I'm not sure how far I'd be able to get going north, so that's not a terrible idea.
Let's do it.
Work our way back down to the southern doors.
All right.
Just gonna follow in stealth. Stealthy.
He is the plants.
Excellent.
I'm the plan.
Chavi and Sailix, just because you two are kind of built to hold your own, do you make a point to take lead here, or are you sort of letting Bryn and Jacob walk in first?
I think we'll make a point to take lead since we're the only ones that have been here.
Yeah. Sailix would definitely, like, after Bryn's whole speech and spiel, whatever, Sailix would definitely be pointedly in, like, the front with Chavi.
Yeah.
Right.
I'll use a mirror to look into every room before going into it.
Okay. And Sailix, you just before Chavi, and then immediately after Chavi and Bryn Taith and Jacob Crow, sort of in a cluster leading. As you come into this room, this creature's not to be found. You can head north though if you would like.
Through the door it went through? Or north. That just leads back up to the area we were in when we figured out that.
So that's where the shouts are coming from.
Well, the whole point of us coming here is to save people, so we're going to follow the sound of the shouts.
Yeah.
Excellent.
Is anybody having problems with seeing in here? Is it like too dark?
So it's very dark out. So light would be useful. Because in here it's pitch black.
I'll stay in the dark.
I can I can cast dancing lights.
Okay, excellent. What do those look like?
They are just little.
Men running around.
Yeah, I can like move them if I need to and do stuff. They're just little white balls of light that help light the way. They don't look anything special. In this instance, he can change colors. So he can do like a disco tech if he ever wants to, which he does.
Good to know.
Yeah. It can get that way, but not here. Not the time.
Yeah, Bryn's actually going to whisper it to you, Sailix. Before you meet, you have to make a decision if you're going left or right here at this fork in this hallway.
We went right before. Is it sounds coming more from the left now? Or we were
Kind of hard to tell. Yeah.
Well,
Coming from the battlements above, so you're hearing it above.
so we know there's not a way to get upstairs from the right, so we're gonna go to the left.
Okay.
What is she whispering?
She's just gonna lean in and she's gonna say, if we save even one person here, it's worth it. You have to understand that.
Sailix will like kind of peer back and look at her. He's like, I already have saved one person. She's in the infirmary. And then he'll push on. Talking about.
Bryn's just gonna look at Chavi.
I'm a little upset with her, so I continue pushing on.
All right, and as you make a left there, you get another hallway door. If you want to open that, to your left, there's an auditorium, and to the right, it's the shortest doors leading out to the moonlit courtyard.
Probably clear the auditorium
Middle.
first and then head to the courtyard.
Yeah, auditorium looks empty. I mean, you guys could search it if you want, but that's pretty time consuming. You hear shouting still.
Okay.
And actually some glow from firelight actually hits the bottom of this place. I think everybody, I have to apply your guys' heals, your more recent ones.
I got 1 point.
Yep. And Moth. Oh, you already did?
Yeah, I already played.
I have not.
Alright, I got you.
Moth lives again.
Alright. Sailix, those doors will just open right up.
Oh, no resistance at all.
Nope, just swing on open.
Um,
Doors.
Are there is there anything that I can see immediately on the other side?
Yeah, so a very short flight of stairs leads down to an open air courtyard surrounded by imposing octagonal walls. You're looking at some Order of the Nail insignias and banners, a puddle of water that's collected from just poor irrigation and rain, some patches of grass. Obviously people would do some training here, but this place is extremely run down and the staircase is crumbling.
Rune will point out this is where he saw that large creature and it went into the water.
Into the water. Urgh.
Well, let's minimize our time in the courtyard and get upstairs to help the goblins that are left here.
What does the water look like? Can we see anything in
It's
the water?
really dark because not only is it dark, but there's light from the fire up above. You just see the reflections that are bouncing off of it, of just light coming up. So it looks really dark and murky, and also cold from in there. And suddenly you guys actually hear two quick raps, a clash of metal, sounds like on stone, and another body falling, not from from a tall height, but landing in this pit of dirt in the middle of this field here. Right there, it's a goblin. Just it's it. And he or she's starting to scramble back on their feet, but looks to be in some pain. What do you guys want to do?
Is that one of the goblins we're supposed to be here for?
It is a goblin here, and you know that the Bumblebrasher tribe lives here, or has been occupying this place in some serious capacity.
I think we're gonna find out if something is actually in the water real soon.
Do we know if they speak common at all?
Goblins?
Yeah, or at least specifically these ones. I don't know.
Yeah, you don't know. You didn't talk to Warbal about it. Anybody have any ideas?
I'm just gonna do like a quick, like, not super loud whistle, but hopefully just enough to get the attention of that one goblin.
All right.
We'll see if it's aggro here in a sec.
So I guess you're gonna stand up in the hallway, and as you whistle, it looks up, and it stands up, and it's limping, and you see a dark figure coming out of the puddle of water, just.
Okay, cool. I'm
One
gonna have to charge
one
that.
arm. It sort of looks like a crocodile. It's like scaly and just. You're gonna charge it?
Yeah.
Make a stealth check. I might let you.
I might let you. Natural 1.
I mean, Rune's just going to throw a projectile at it.
Did you really nat 1? No.
I did nat 1. I did a 12. I was making a joke. So it's probably my nat 1.
That would have been.
Is there an image for this?
Or
Or I would rather see an image first before I fucking charge it, to be honest.
Well, are you headed down those stairs regardless?
I was standing there. So I was trying to get the attention of the goblin.
Yeah, you'll see. You might see that on the map now.
Could you repop the map for me? Please.
Yep. Share sheet.
Oh.
Just leg coming out. Leg coming out.
Like a dragon crocodile.
Arms. Just pops out and it's headed towards this thing. Are you going through with that charge? Yes or no?
No. Well, what can I tell what color the dragon is? Or
Blue
what
and
I would.
red. It's just got weird colored scales. It's really dark. Can't.
I'll go
Do I
pop
know-
it.
I was gonna say, do I know of any dragons that look crocodilian? I have dragon lore.
Definitely roll dragon lore. 100% roll dragon lore.
21.
All right, you know that it is technically a dragon just by pure phylogeny, and if it's smart, maybe it knows dragon. Are you thinking about it? Definitely related to dragons very distantly. But it is going to start moving towards this goblin, and the goblin doesn't see it. So if anybody has anything that they want to do,
I'm going in between.
now. You're getting in between them?
Yeah.
If Moth is
Excellent.
running out, I'm gonna have to back him up too.
Yeah.
Nah, you
Lord.
already skipped your charge, but yes.
Fair enough.
So
It's
he's
like
gonna
great
move.
time for a party wipe, so let's run out.
Yeah. Are you gonna be loud or
No,
anything?
Sailix is gonna like try to like stealth charge, I guess. Like try
No,
to.
but for you, Moth.
Oh.
Nah, yeah, I'm gonna be like, whoa, I am human. Woo!
All right.
Stop
Can
it,
I-
Zoidberg.
So
Can I
Yeah. Damn right, Maggie. What? Don't be. Where's the goblin? I see like a circle. Is that okay? Okay. So actually, I'd be like, what, right here? Okay. Divine Lance. Oh no. Oh no. And shield.
bleeding damage. All right. You've clipped your hand in your attempt to be clandestine. That's your move. That's an attack. You have one more action if you'd like.
I'm gonna pop shield.
Okay. And Rune, it's your turn.
It's Rune's turn. So the creature's been attacked already?
Yes.
All right. Well, we'll skip to the fighting part then. He'll go to his tried and true telekinetic projectile. Or not, you know, that's all right too.
That's nice.
You have a hero point.
I mean, critical miss is just a miss for me for that spell, so
That's not
I'll
bad.
save the hero point for right now.
Fair. All right. The director.
Yes, I am going to move towards Chavi, and I am going to cast Forbidding Ward on her, which is I target one ally and one enemy, so it's going to be the dragon and her, and I ward an ally against attacks and hostile spells from the target enemy. So you gain 1 status bonus for armor class and saving throws against the target enemy's attack spells and other effects. So you got this, kid. Dragons ain't crap. You got this. Good luck. Rooting from you from back here.
Thanks.
Anytime. Get him. Go. And
All right.
yeah, at that point my lights disappear. That's the only thing. It's because I have to sustain that, and I did not
Yep.
do that, so that's gone.
That's fine. It gets dark, but you have moonlight and the light of the signal fires. And this thing, you guys realize now it's much more like a crocodile than a dragon in shape. Super low, wide, fat, muscular looking reptile, and gonna hop over to Moth and
I say, don't bite me, I am but bone. The one behind you has fleshy, meaty bits.
oh, that's
off,
the
Moth.
wrong one. Ignore that. Mouse slipped.
Kill Sailix.
So that's a critical hit.
Can you not?
Moth, you have add a hero point.
Wait,
Actually,
am I
just kidding.
adding a... Because I just got crit.
No, you're adding a point because you stepped in between those two. You have like a ton of hero points, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, why do I have 3? I have
Yeah,
1 left,
so,
right? Yeah. So I used 1 earlier, and I have 1.
Oh, look at that damage roll. Oh
So
my
you're
God.
at 0, but what you can do is you're dying. You can spend all of your hero points to reduce your dying condition by 1. Because I think right now you're dying 1.
Yeah, I'm gonna... Whatever gets me back into this fight.
Yes. Set your hero points to 0.
Yeah.
And you got a health point left to do whatever you want with.
Okay. Is it a diplomacy roll to tell it to kill Sailix?
That's handle animal.
Damn it. So, like nature?
You're so evil.
I'm next. Like, this long.
This motherfucker.
You actually, I have. Yeah, so Jacob Crow and Bryn Taith will also immediately come to Sailix's aid in dealing with this creature that Chavi, you know, is called a Grauladon.
Grauladon?
Yeah, but you don't remember where it's from. But I'll fill you in more on the lore here at the end of the session. It's going to take a point of damage from one of them, but other than that, it's you guys are flanking it. So Chavi, it's your turn.
All right. I'm gonna move up here so I can get next to Moth because he's getting fucked right now.
Right in the beehole.
Raise shield and then ask in Draconic, why are you here? Making eye contact if I can. Or, I'd rather intimidating glare instead of raise shield, and then I'm gonna ask the question. If that's okay.
Yep.
Can I hero point that?
Yes.
Oh no.
Okay, 23 on that.
Much better.
Much better.
As opposed to a natural 1. Intimidating glare it, and then, yeah, I'm gonna ask it in Draconic why it's here. Because with what I know right now, it shouldn't be here, right?
Right. Yeah, it's gonna look up at you, startled. It knows what you're saying, but with your knowledge check, you'll also recall that they cannot speak Draconic, but they can understand them as simple dragons can.
Okay.
But it hears you, and that intimidation is successful for the purposes of making it frightened of you, or well, frightened of everyone. What else would you like to do?
Stab in the eye.
Is it an action to talk at all?
No, it's free action.
All right. Yeah, if I'm able to, and I understand it's a quick round, it's okay if it's not. To that reaction, I said, if you want to live, you need to back up. That's all I'm gonna say left in Draconic, and if I have another action, then I'll raise my shield then too. Just in case he wants to fucking bite me, I guess. Does that make sense?
Yep.
All right, cool.
And Sailix.
Oh man, I don't speak Draconic, so I'm just gonna slash it. Do 1. All right, so that's for the first one. Did that hit?
That is a hit.
All right, so takes 5 damage from that one. Second one.
Lord.
Oh.
Point that.
Hey, have you tried not doing that? Just
I'm hero pointing that shit.
All right.
I'll try it again. Why not?
if I do this campaign right, all my hero points will just be to prevent me from dying.
Oh fuck! I gave up.
From things you gained hero points from.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. All right. So 1, 2, 3.
Are you doing cards?
7. Yes.
Yeah.
That's a fumble. So you're
Not having a good
you're
time.
dazzled until the end of the turn.
Hit me with the old razzle dazzle.
Damn it! Should have been me.
Which means your vision is your only precise sense. All creatures and objects are concealed from you. You can no longer see this thing.
I mean, I got 2 other people on beside me right now, so
Yes.
it's a target-rich environment right now. So
You're also like, yeah, exactly. And Rune, it's your turn. You and the director are the only ones in here.
So Rune, did Rune hear what Chavi said?
Yeah, I said it very loud.
Yes.
We are in what we call the spellcaster's area.
And
no, you're fine.
did Rune catch the creature responding to what she said?
Well, yeah. You saw the visual cues, but nothing's spoken. Maybe not, I mean, the certainty might not all be there, but
You're fine. You got this, kid.
Chavi must have done it for a reason, though.
Rune will hold his action.
Okay.
What are the rules around holding your action in Pathfinder 2?
That's a good question. It's probably like a ready action. Let me check the action sheet.
You're talking about readying action or just holding your action? Because holding action is easy. You just hold it until after the turn is over of the person that you want to be after.
So ready is a 2 action, and what you do is you prepare to use an action that will occur outside your turn. You choose a single action or free action you can use, and designate a trigger. Your turn ends. If the trigger occurs, then you use the action.
All right. He will hold. He'll just hold and not ready.
Okay. All right. So then, the director.
It is me.
Direct this play.
Yeah, no. He is going to move because he is not going to miss this. This is a pretty good part of what he wants to write down.
You like to move it.
I do. And he needs some action shots anyway, so we're gonna move here, and then I'm gonna cast shield on myself.
Here comes the money shot.
It's on me.
I like to move it.
I did not think we were going to be fighting a dragon tonight, but whatever. Things happen.
I had always hoped that it would be a dragon. Just never thought it'd happen this quickly.
Level 1 dragon fights.
Yeah, I mean, like, whatever. Oh, what's this goblin doing? Is he, like, still not seeing the dragon?
He's gotten up and scrambled for the north gate.
Okay,
just to get some protection.
Cool.
And now it's this Grauladon's turn.
Wait, huh? What? I thought I was before it.
You are.
Yeah, because he hasn't gotten to use his turn after being chomped.
Oh, I don't know how it skipped you. Okay, go ahead, Moth.
Curse this dragon trying to cheat me of my turn. I'm gonna roll nature to convince it to attack Sailix.
Hey, Moth. I found this on the ground while dazzled. Just for you.
Yes, but what are you speaking to it?
No, I'm just indicating because I don't speak Draconic, so I'm just like.
So you're speaking body language?
Yeah. Just like I'm kind of like showing off that I don't have any meat on me, and then I look at Tubby McTubby Pants back there.
And you rub your tongue, and you're like,
I'm like, that's some prime rib right there.
Sailix is probably like the fittest person here.
Yeah, but you have flesh on your bones, so you're automatically more tubby than me.
Maybe he's an herbivore. Maybe he wants to eat some, seaweed-looking mofos.
No.
Yeah.
I'm not on this diet plan. And then I'm going to run towards that goblin.
Okay. Yeah, the Grauladon is going to back up, but then in like uncontrolled agitation as it sees Sailix and didn't see him until just now, he's going to try to pull him into the water.
Ow.
Uh-oh. Live.
Remember me fondly.
I'll write about
might.
you.
Is he attempting a grapple right now?
No. This is just a
Okay.
jaw attack.
Jaws, the movie.
Movement, jaw misses. And now we're going to do... So the jaw attack missed you. But now the Grauladon's angry. So its maw is just going to... And then you're going to get this breath attack. Make a fortitude save. Just you, Sailix.
I feel the love, Ian. I feel the love.
It's Ian's
Oh, you're
fault.
good.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, as a cloud of breath. But you make sure not to breathe anything in. It looks like it's noxious. It's trying to make you fall unconscious, but to no avail. So Chavi, it's your turn.
Hi, that's me. It doesn't say that I. So if okay, I don't actually know. Is there like if I did like intimidating glare like concurrently, would it just add the levels of fear and escalate that? I'm not sure. It doesn't say that I can only use it
Glare
once.
stacking.
I don't know. It says that I can demoralize. And I also don't take a penalty. The creature doesn't understand me, but he does anyway, so it doesn't matter.
You're like, war.
But I'm just confused on how to. So I'm just trying to bully this dragon
Right.
into listening to me.
Pathfinder 2. Yeah, so the demoralize action is going to... It'll give a frightened 2 on a critical success and frightened 1 on a success. So there's benefit in trying again, but you would have to get... Nope, regardless of result, you can't demoralize it for 10 minutes. Never mind.
Okay, cool.
You can, however, try to use diplomacy if you'd like.
Yeah, that's the max option then.
As he's getting stabbed.
I'm gonna take like a 5-foot step closer, keeping my shield raised and rapier pointed at it, and speaking to it Draconic. I'm like, we'll stop hurting you if you stop attacking. We need you. We need to understand why you're here. This could all end right now. And I'm gonna attempt a diplomacy. And find it.
I like how we're solving this via social means.
Yeah, 20.
All right.
While keeping direct eye contact.
Yeah, it's sort of just going to lower and lower and lower its skull as low to the ground as it can to you. You can feel the aggression. It seems to be tapering off, but you don't know if this is just a dragon being a tricky dragon, because they tend to do that. Moth, yeah, you catch up to this goblin who's probably more afraid of you now than it is of this Grauladon. What's your plan that you now you're face to face with this guy?
Tell me what you seek, small one, and I will aid thee.
Just help my friends.
I will. Who's the leader of your clan?
The boy, he took her.
And
He
if this
points just up towards the courtyard.
and if this leader was gone, who would then become your leader?
He's actually just gonna run from you now.
Oh, okay, I'll chase him.
What?
Where's he going?
Down the hallway through like that main entrance.
Oh,
In the party again.
is he leaving the castle?
Yes, booking. He's fleeing you.
This bitch.
You're
Ah.
also kind of fucking scary.
Horrifying.
I am very personable. I like look at him and like on his way out throw a scythe into like the ground next to him.
Good. That's won him over, I'm sure. And so combat has ended as this Grauladon sort of locks up in weird reptilian submission and will refuse to move or look towards anybody. Brinte, Jacob Crow are north of it. Chavi is to the east. Moth is off doing his own weird thing. Sailix is to the south, and Rune and the director, I think you guys are probably at the steps.
Yeah.
Right about now. So all around you, you see battlements. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 signal fires that have been burning for days. I mean, even before this halfling had arrived. You hear the shouting, and now, I mean, it sounds like people are shouting about a lot of the stuff that's happening below. What do you guys want to do?
I'm going to tell people to back away now still, because I'm still going to focus on this dragon for a minute.
Okay.
I say that in
Jacob
common.
can play, for sure.
Is there a way to get up further in this area?
I mean, the walls, if you had some sort of levitation or a way to scale a flat wall, and staircases, but the staircases have crumbled. All but 10 feet of the staircase has crumbled.
How about this northern, like, door?
Can we kill Moth and use his bones as a stepladder?
I am too
Perfect.
short. I am a small creature.
Take that.
Ah.
No, the only way up to the battlements is the staircase that goes around, and half of it fell apart. And that's the half you probably need the most.
Is it possible to try to use athletics to, like,
10
run
feet up?
Yeah.
Such a soldier. Go ahead, make an athletics check. Yeah, help these people out.
All right. Let's see. Can I do it? Probably not.
Time to save the day.
Yeah, you can find that. It's only 10 feet up. That's a 4-foot vertical for a spry elf like you. Go ahead, describe what you do.
You guys just see Sailix run at a wall, run up a few feet, and jump and catch it and pull himself up.
Ooh.
He'll lean back down and hold his hand down to try to help people pull other people up.
Ooh. I'll clamor at that hand.
Oh god, this is scary.
Clamor.
All right, so Sailix, you'll take Moth up the set of stairs, right?
Yeah.
You hear the voices of the goblins just kind of getting louder and louder, but they're saying so many different things. And in Goblin, you don't really know what's going on. But anybody else coming up right away? I think Chavi, you're with the Grauladon. The director or Rune?
I was going to look at Rune and see what he was doing. The director would head over.
I'll make
Rune's
sure
going
that
to-
everyone's like somewhere away from this dragon before I start hitting.
All right.
Rune's going to
Sailix,
stay and support Chavi.
okay, Sailix, make an athletics check. To pull up Moth and the director. Yeah, and Rune, you're sort of in the middle there.
Yeah, Rune's going to stay and support Chavi.
Okay, perfect. As soon as you get the director up, you hear a shout from the end of the stairs, right on the top of this landing. Find you a picture.
He goes, huh?
This man standing at the edge. There's no railing, and he's holding a goblin, maybe 2/3 his weight. Very small, bald woman with bright red eyes, panicked look on her face, and he's got a dagger. He's holding her right off the edge. It's maybe about a 30-foot drop because you have 15 feet of elevation, and you guys, holding a dagger to his throat. And he says, if you take another step, I will kill her.
I use command.
Actually, so that's where we're going to end off
Oh
for
my
this session.
gosh, you tease. You
Well
tease.
played. Well played.
Why? Why'd you do it?
Because you have to come back next time, Buckaroo.
Next time on Dragon Ball Z.
Oh man, good stuff. Good stuff. So
I bullied a dragon today.
I natured a dragon.
I blew
That's
it over
bullying.
with lightning.
So yeah,
I
thank
yelled at an NPC.
It's always fun to yell.
I got yelled at like twice.
You're welcome.
She's gonna show up at your house and start yelling at you. You're just an NPC. So yeah, everyone, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you all of our sponsors, of course, Only Sheet, as well as Fantasy Grounds for the amazing support for pulling off Age of Ashes, this wonderful campaign. This week we have a lot of cool things going on. Monday at 6 p.m. we are interviewing the two amazing creators of Good Society, the Jane Austen RPG. And then afterwards at 7:45 p.m. we are interviewing Logan Bonner, lead designer for Pathfinder. Tuesday, we have a special guest from Red Moon Roleplay, Hjalmar, who will be joining us for a one-shot of Good Society, Jane Austen, the RPG. So mark it on your calendars. Check out our Facebook, sub, like, love, and we'll do the same to you. Ian, do you have any announcements? Closing.
No, just so from our main sponsor, Fantasy Grounds, everything that you saw me do here was either created using Fantasy Grounds or built in, provided from Fantasy Grounds, like Adventure Path packages. So if you want to do virtual tabletops, I wouldn't recommend any service more than Fantasy Grounds because it's super customizable, super in-depth, and it works for pretty much every really popular game system. So like all of D&D, all of Pathfinder, Call of Cthulhu, Savage Worlds, like a bunch of stuff. Also shout out to the Only Sheet because they've helped us make characters, and Michael Gelfi on YouTube is letting us use his ambience music.
The best. All right, everyone, thank you very much, and we will see you next time. Bye.
Bye.